What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's I9s. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to be talking about UFC 294, as I do, a couple days late. Removed from... okay, you know what? Not late. Let me stop hating on myself so much. I like to give these events, especially the pay-per-views, a couple of days' time, see how everyone on the internet reacts first, and then maybe, if I have something unique to add, I'll be able to, really notice that through watching everyone else's content. And if I don't, then I feel like I'll be a lot sharper on the points and just everything that happened overall. And what a fucking event it was, man. I mean, Islam Makhachev comes out and blasts Alex Volkanovski with a head kick in 3 minutes. Completely proves all the doubters wrong, and I am one of those doubters. Side note, look at this picture, dude. This picture is the coldest picture to come out of this year, in my opinion. Unless I'm just spacing on something in the fight game, this is the coldest picture to come out of the year. And you're listening to someone that has been low-key an Islam Makhachev doubter his whole career. I never have felt... I felt like he's always been given certain types of praise and treatment from both the community and low-key Dana and the sport itself, just because he's part of Khabib's crew, and I never fucked with that. But look, after what he just did to Volkanovski, there's no way you can deny this man anymore. He head-kicked one of the best strikers and pound-for-pound greats into oblivion in 3 minutes. You can't deny that, bro. And, I mean, fuck, yeah, Volk came off the couch, right? And maybe he would have looked a little bit different, but look, that head kick, it doesn't matter if you were, if you had a little bit better cardio or if you were a little bit more equipped. He also tried to block it, dude. He tried to block that shit, and it just whipped through. I don't think this fight would have been very different even if Volk did have a full camp. I think that was the definitive thing I needed to see happening from Islam, and, kudos to him. And then we have Khamzat coming out here and doing to Usman what no man has done to Usman in the octagon so far. I mean, Leon Edwards was able to take his back with a slick trip in their first fight, and he was only able to do that for a round. What happened after that? Usman demolished him, and any time it went back to the ground after that, it was Usman's game. But Khamzat just took it to Usman in the first round, was blitzing through him. I didn't think Usman would get finished, but there was a point where I got a bit nervous for him when that rear naked was being fought. And, kudos to Usman, bad knees and all, short notice, he still makes it scrappy, tries to toss Chimaev off of him in that first round. And then the second round starts, and Usman is just landing that 1-2 like money. I was really thinking, wow, Khamzat looks a lot more tired and slowed down. In hindsight, it is because Usman tossed him, and when he tossed him, Khamzat broke his hand, apparently. I'm still waiting to see the medical records on that, but that's the rumor going around. So, all around, great scrap. He really took it to him. I don't even need to say much about this bullshit that you're looking at on the screen. That doctor needs to be fired and never allowed in any sports event ever again. Soy-ass ref. Soy-ass doctor. The ref was kind of being a G about it. He was like, what, you're canceling? We're stopping the fight? Alright, then, he was confused as fuck, just like us. Johnny Walker, he's the man. He was, trying to push people aside and, still make the fight happen to the point where Dana needed to walk into the cage, which we haven't seen him do in a while, so... Overall, it was a really big bummer if you're a fan of either of those two fighters, and I don't know, just let them bang, bro. And then we have Warley Alves versus Ikram Aliskerov. That shit was awesome. First round blitz, I called it too in my prediction video. I think most of us did. I just didn't think it was going to go the way it was. Ikram blasting him on the feet, and then he lands this jump knee right here, right down the center. Has him on skates, and then he finishes the fight, pretty easily. This dude's a menace. I wish we could have seen his original two fights stay in, which were, what was it? I think originally it was Paulo Costa, but then it turned into, what is his name? Nassim Imavov. And that would have been a great fight. I want them to rebook Imavov versus Ikram. Ikram deserves a fight up in the rankings. Nassim's, right there. It would just be a great fight. Then we also have Saeed Nurmagomedov obliterating Muin Gafarov in the first round with a power guillotine. Right when I saw him slick his arm under, I knew it was over, and it was bad for that kid. And it was a great start to the night, too. For the main card parlay, I did solid all the way up until Volkanovski. Everything was going great. Thanks to Saeed. Thanks to Warley Alves getting murked by Ikram. And then also Makhachev, bro. We got to talk about this for a minute, because I feel like he's not getting enough credit for this. The way he just did Tim Elliott, who sure has been submitted in his career, if you really are better at grappling than Tim Elliott, you can take it to that realm. It's just a risky game to play. And he also just came off of a win last year over Tagir Umbekov. Sorry if I just butchered that name. And Tagir was like 19-1 at the time. And I trusted Tim Elliott for that because, like, you know, everyone knows the golden rule of MMA, styles make fights, and I just knew that would be a bad style matchup. I trusted Mikhailov in this, and I'm glad I did. Craziness that he could just put that pace and pressure on someone like Tim Elliott and sub him, though. Like, that's wild to me. And then Mike Breeden. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about on the card. Mike Breeden with the USA knockout. Rallies to victory after getting his ass beat. I should be mad about this because it busted my full parlay, and that parlay would have hit if only Anshul Jubilee could have fucking got the job done. But man, as a United States American citizen myself, it did feel kind of nice to watch Breeden rally. Just start barking at him and then say, USA, motherfucker, and then 1-2, he's out. That was some crazy shit to watch. But anyways, that's the end of the breakdown, guys. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll be back to break down the next fight night card that we have. I'll catch y'all.